Special delivery. Gas powered.
Bastion is an action RPG developed by Supergiant Games and published by Warner Bros. Interactive. It was released in 2011 for Xbox 360 and later on multiple platforms, including PC, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. Developed by Supergiant Games, is a beautifully crafted narrative set in a post-apocalyptic world. It follows The Kid, a silent protagonist who wakes up to find his world shattered by a mysterious disaster known as the Calamity. The Kid makes his way to the Bastion, a supposed safe haven, where he meets an old man named Rux, the game's narrator. Rux instructs the Kid to find cores, powerful artifacts that can restore the Bastion and possibly undo the Calamity. Battle Chasers, Nightwar is a turn-based RPG developed by Airship Syndicate and published by THQ Nordic. It was inspired by classic JRPGs and is based on the Battle Chasers comic series by Joe Madureira. The game was released in 2017 for PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and later for the Nintendo Switch. The game follows Gully, a young girl searching for her missing father, Aramis, a legendary hero who wielded the powerful Nightwar gauntlets. When he disappears mysteriously, Gully and her allies travel to Crescent Isle, a mysterious land filled with lost technology, dangerous creatures, and an ancient evil stirring beneath the surface. Darksiders Genesis is a top-down, action RPG spin-off of the Darksiders series, released in 2019 by Airship Syndicate and THQ Nordic. Darksiders Genesis is a prequel to the main Darksiders series, taking place before the events of the first game. It follows two of the Four Horsemen' war and strife as they uncover a sinister plot that threatens the balance of creation. After the Nephilim waged war on creation, the Charred Council ordered the Four Horsemen to exterminate their own kind in exchange for incredible power. Now War and Strife are sent on a new mission by the Council to investigate Lucifer, the King of Demons, who is disrupting the balance by empowering powerful demon lords. Kaze and the Wild Masks is a retro-inspired platformer developed by Pixel Hive and released in 2021. The game takes heavy inspiration from 90s 2D platformers like Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario World, offering a nostalgic experience with modern visuals and gameplay mechanics. In Kaze and the Wild Masks, you play as Kaze, a brave young rabbit who embarks on a journey to rescue her friend Hera and save her homeland, the Jungle Kingdom. The kingdom has been thrown into chaos when a dark force, in the form of corrupted magic, transforms the once peaceful environment into a place of danger. Actraiser. Renaissance is a remake of the classic 1990 Super Nintendo game Actraiser, originally developed by Quintet and published by Enix, now Square Enix. Released in 2021, Actraiser. Renaissance brings the beloved action simulation hybrid game to modern platforms, with updated visuals, expanded gameplay, and a reworked soundtrack, while still retaining the essence of the original. In Actraiser, Renaissance you play as the Master, a powerful god who awakens from slumber to find that the world has fallen into chaos. The once thriving land is now plagued by evil and destruction, ruled by dark forces. Trek to Yomi is a side-scrolling action game developed by Leonard Menchiari and published by Devolver Digital, released in 2022. The game is heavily inspired by classic samurai films, particularly those from Akira Kurosawa, and draws influence from the stylistic black-and-white aesthetic of the genre. The story of Trek to Yomi follows Hiroki, a young samurai who is sworn to protect his village and its people. After his master is killed by a mysterious and powerful force, Hiroki is left to defend the villagers and honor his master's legacy. The plot explores themes of revenge, honor, and the afterlife, blending elements of Japanese folklore with traditional samurai tropes.
お前はわしの稲妻のごとき刃をかわせぬであろう。
Do you remember the time we shushed those brats so hard the usher kicked us out?
Oh, yes. It was during the Burning Streets premiere.
Damn, I miss those days.
Me too.
Let's go.
In Batora, Lost Haven, you play as Avril, a girl who finds herself caught in the middle of an apocalyptic event that threatens to destroy the universe. At the start of the game, Avril's world is being torn apart by an all-consuming cataclysmic force, and she's forced to make a series of difficult choices to save humanity and the universe. She gains the power of two opposing forces, the power of the mind and the power of the body. These powers allow Avril to harness mental and physical abilities, which are crucial for both combat and solving puzzles. Avril's mission is to stop the impending destruction and discover the truth behind the cataclysm threatening the universe.
She's a smarty pants who always looks angry.
First, we need to save everyone. Then I'll ask my father.
Moonscars takes place in a grim, dark fantasy world that is both beautiful and haunting. You play as Grey Irma, a powerful and mysterious warrior who has been created and shaped by an enigmatic force. The game's world is filled with incredible sorrow, reflecting themes of life, death, rebirth, and self-discovery. Grey Irma is on a journey to understand her existence and purpose in a world full of demonic creatures and nightmarish landscapes. The narrative revolves around Irma's quest for vengeance against a mysterious force known as the Moon, whose influence distorts the world and causes the suffering that plagues it. HunterX is an indie action RPG developed by Sierra Games. It is heavily inspired by classic anime and manga, especially works like Hunter x Hunter, with a focus on fast-paced combat, exploration, and monster hunting in an open world. It aims to combine elements from popular action RPGs and anime-style storytelling. The game's story revolves around a young hunter who embarks on a journey to become the ultimate hunter in a world filled with dangerous monsters, mystical powers, and secret societies. As a hunter, players take on quests to track down, battle, and hunt various mythical creatures that inhabit the world. Krut, The Mythic Wings is an action-adventure game developed by Studio Hark and released in 2022. The game blends mythological themes with fast-paced combat and platforming mechanics. It is set in a world inspired by Southeast Asian mythology and features a protagonist named Krut, who embarks on a journey filled with dangerous enemies, mysterious forces, and epic quests. Krut, The Mythic Wings centers around the character Krut, a young warrior whose peaceful world is thrown into turmoil when ancient evil forces threaten to engulf the land. In the game, Krut is tasked with saving his people and restoring balance to the world. His journey is shaped by the mythical wings he inherits, which grant him special abilities tied to the elements and the natural world. The Legend of Tianding follows the story of Liao Tianding, a legendary figure in Taiwanese folklore who became known as a famous folk hero and freedom fighter. Liao Tianding, often referred to as the Taiwanese Robin Hood, is a masked outlaw who fights against oppression, steals from the corrupt authorities, and helps the poor and oppressed people of Taiwan. Set in the colonial era, the game revolves around Liao Tianding's quest to free Taiwan from Japanese rule and defend his people. He takes on the role of a vigilante, using his martial arts skills and agility to face off against the authorities and help those in need.
Our darkest hours. It may yet be your greatest moments.
Diablo II Resurrected takes place after the events of the first Diablo game, in which the Lord of Terror, Diablo, was defeated but not destroyed. The game follows the protagonist, a hero who has become part of a group known as the Horridrim, ancient sorcerers who once fought the Prime Evils. This group seeks to stop the return of Diablo and his brothers, the other Prime Evils, Mephisto and Baal, from wreaking havoc on the world. Diablo II Resurrected is a faithful remaster of one of the most beloved action RPGs of all time.